We have big school stuff in a tiny space, and you get all this personalized attention because there's only 10 of you in the classroom, so not only can you use the stuff anytime you want, but you can get help with it anytime, really. What I love to do, I love figuring out new things and going out there and exploring them and then bringing them back to the students, and quite frankly, this job empowers me to do that. The nature of what I teach is in constant change, right? Constant flux. I mean, I started out with basically web stuff when the internet was young and doing that, right? HTML early on, and then now I find myself in AI. We were doing augmented reality a few years ago. So it is a constantly changing venue, and I love that change. Yeah, this is why I do what I do. I mean, this place gives me the ability to explore, produce, right? Because I'm always producing products as well, and that's what I put out into the world in different venues, whatever it is, and then I can bring all that back right to the students. And since the world's constantly changing and we're in ever increasing, right? We live in a time of ever increasing speed, that learning on the fly is almost one of the most necessary skills, really. I mean, yeah, and especially with the AI starting to take over what used to be a skill, is now, right, it's now becoming more an orchestrator. I'm seeing my students as being much more conductors, where you have a field of instruments, which may be AIs that are specialized in animation and digital, whatever, and now you're conducting them to make your big thing. I would say one of the things that probably people would find surprising about me is one of my sort of favorite hobbies is to be a sort of fossil hunter. You know, being such a visual person, I've actually gotten really good at being able to look at a rock and tell whether or not there's a fossil in it. And this area is very, very old. Like, it has some of the oldest fossils are in the Catskill Mountains. This was like the oldest like underwater bed. So you don't find like bones and stuff. You find like ancient shells and stuff like that. And so I love taking the dogs down to the river and get my hands dirty. And I think that's interesting because most people see me doing such the digital tech thing that, you know, to be on that side of it, I think doesn't seem like it's my norm.